Hi, I'm Euge Valovirta, and this one is about Marshall 1959 hand-wired super lead plexi. The one that started it all, I guess, at least the big 100-watt revolution. Let's listen to the song first, where I use the plexi. I have super overdrive in front, and then I'm running this with the Variac, so I have lowered the power from around 230 here in Europe to 140 volts. So it's shrunken down, the amp changes completely. So that's the setup I used on the song. Then let's go through the signal chain and gear the cabinets, whatever, after the song and after I've noodled a bit. And then we're also gonna check this out without the Variac, without SD, from clean to overdrive and whatnot. All right, rock and roll. That's a plexi. First, thanks again to Musics for letting me borrow this, but I've had this now for a couple of days and it wants to stay. It's awesome. I'm gonna do a separate video after this where I compare this 100 watt to 50 watt, but now let's just focus on the plexi. So first, the signal chain. This is my Warmouth, you know, super strat that I put together by myself. I have a video also about this if you want to check it out. Link there and in the description somewhere. It's an EMG 81 EMG S pickups, single volume, 3-way pickup switch. Then into my pedal board where I have the super overdrive on, and the last thing is the noise gate to get rid of the hiss. Then it goes to, you know, KHE amp switcher, and then, well, now only this plexi, back to KHE, then through power station, but I'm hardly attenuating, just a tiny amount, because like I said, I'm running the amp with a Variac. So it has a Variac there behind, set to 140 volts. The settings are everything on 10, except the volume 2 is on 4. So I have, you know, jumped the channels. Then it goes to both of my Marshall cabinets, the Vintage and the BX. Right now I'm using the BX cabinet and I'm miking a Greenback 25 with a Sennheiser E906, and then I'm miking a Creamback 65M that I have there also with a Shure SM57 and Sennheiser MD421. The blend is that the Creamback is a bit louder and then I blend it in the Greenback. So okay, so yeah, I mean, plexi is great. The tone controls are really wide cues, quite subtle. The mid control is actually quite effective on this one. This is a bit different, this hand-wired one, according to Marshall manual, and your non-hand wired or whatever plexi. So they made this after, I think it was 69 plexi or something. This is new, this is from 2023. Completely new, completely stuck. I haven't changed anything except the aforementioned Variac there. So let's go through the tone controls. Let me take the SD off and then I'll tweak the controls so you hear. As you can hear, the presence adds basically gain to the higher. You know, these are all kind of like gain controls on plexi because there's no master volume, and this is a preamp, 2 preamp volumes. Like here, there's a little bit of bass, but mostly it's the bass frequencies distorted. This affects quite a like it cuts the mids, but it's so interactive with the bass and treble controls that there's kind of like more highs coming through. So they're kind of interacting with each other. And then the treble. Like here, it basically affects the gain. So if you want to have the most gain from the plexi, you turn everything to 10. That's the way I do it. Then the volume 1. Let's close the volume 2. So this is the kind of the treble channel. I'm using the input number 1, which is the higher input. See here, it's quite thin. And then the input number 2. It's really fat. Then when you blend them, there we go. Oh, it's 4. And then when I add SD, the thing with this amp, this cleans so well. Check it out. we add chorus. Let's put this to standard or E flat. Add some delay. So I have a delay. These don't have effect loop, but I have delay on Variac's effect loop. And then we can do like this. Fantastic. Okay, let's take the SD off and the delay, and let's put this now to the lower bass input. Treble off, then neck pickup. Then let's add a little bit of that bite. Chorus. We can add like this. You can suit this with many different guitar speakers, because it's really simple design, but there's so many possibilities what you can do. My favorite is to put the high treble input, then jump, you know, from the high-low input to the high bass input, okay, and then crank the treble, then blend this according to taste. There, and then, you know, clean sound is just rolling down the volume. Like it, there's a little distortion, and then when you hit harder, you can. It's really cool, and then obviously I can make this really clean. I got a little bit carried away. Alright, so that's the plexi with the Variac. Now let me unconnect the Variac and then I'll show the amp without one. Alright, so now there's no Variac and it's completely different. There's a different feel. The power tubes are obviously now distorting, adds a lot more girth to the sound. So this is everything on full except the volume 2 on 2, no overdrive. So the feel is different. There is kind of like a more, like I said, now the amp is getting the power it's designed to, so that the power tubes are distorting a lot more, or fairly amount of more. Then when I add the S, so there's a lot more stuff. So the Variac makes the amp more brownier. You know, like how Van Halen used his plexi. Now this is totally all over the place, and that's sometimes just what you need. I personally like this amp more with the Variac. It's more controllable. It's I mean, I just like it more, the feel and the sound, and it's not like, now I'm actually attenuating quite a bit because this is insanely loud, you know, everything on 10. SD off, but now let's tweak the knobs. There's quite a bit more top when you roll down the middle. Smooths out nicely. The presence is almost to me like gain knob. It doesn't really, it adds a little bit more top, but mostly what it does, it adds gain. Actually with this one I prefer the bass a little bit lower. Now that it's full power, so the power tubes are so bass on 4, but feel it's was a little bit saggy when it was on 10. Then the SD. yeah, it's a bit all over the place. Let me connect the Variac back so you know we'll hear the difference, and then let's close this video. Alright, the Variac is back and the settings are where I, left them. Presence 8, bass 4, mids 10, treble 8, volume 1 10, volume 2 4. Feel the amp it's kind of more in control, more like packaged. There's a nice bit of a compression. It's not so all over the place. And let's turn everything to 10. Start to really do this. Then let's add SD1. Really like the percussiveness and how it reacts. Conclusion, 100-watt plexi, hand wired, the king of all amps. Well, I have quite a few 800s, and it's 800 is my favorite, but this 100-watt plexi, man, what a great amp. Kind of like 800. Or 800 is kind of like plexi, but JCM 800 is more modern, more top and bite, a bit more gain on tap. But this 100-watt with the Variac set to 140, bus SD1, then SD1 off, roll down the volume, add some chorus. Amazing clean sound. Everything on 10. Awesome amp. This will stay here. I'm not gonna get rid of it. I'm not gonna return it to Musics. It's awesome. Thanks for watching. Until next time, take care. Bye.